it's time to turn things up. This pre-workout combination of Expedite and Aerobatine is the Fat Attack Stack from Snack. I usually take both about 15 to 20 minutes prior to my workout. It's the perfect time to get after it.
Tyron Woodley. And judging time data scores about 78 to 74. It is now the winner by split decision. And still undefeated.
That's a fight where one guy's scared and the other's glad of it. One guy did nothing, the other guy did less. Really, look, if Woodley ain't in there ain't no fight. The other guy did, that guy exposed for what he is, and he did do it. Woodley got to win that decision. If he ain't in there ain't no fight. What did the other guy do? Did nothing.
What'd you make of the split decision?
My ass. Woodley won that fight. What else are you gonna say? You got to, because they know they got to look. We know that one guy sells tickets, the other guy don't mean a whole lot. It's called show business for a reason. Business comes along before the show. What did the other guy do? Move. He did nothing. He couldn't catch this guy. This guy, show good movement, go pretty good shit. Even if he got tapped a little bit, but he got exposed for what it is. Oh God. It's exhausting.
Would you want to see him fight again? Who? Either or, not in a rematch, but again.
No, for what? I don't want to see this bull crap now as it is. I'm here with the money commission, and it's good entertainment. But the rest of the card was a great card. This bullshit.
Overall, this wasn't a good fight, huh?
No, the card was good. This is bullshit. This is horse shit here. One guy can't fight. This guy can't fight a lick.
OT, we just saw the decision that happened. Jake Paul split decision. Give me your thoughts on this performance.
Great fight.
You know, everybody was expecting Tyron Woodley to go. You know, he's gonna get knocked out. He hung in there, right?
He hung in there, but it was a great fight.
Would you care to watch a rematch if this fight continues?
I would love to see it.
Tyron, you won that all day long, man. All day long.
Check out that freaking belt. Good fight, bro. Hey, good fight.
Hey, we still respect you, Tyron.
Woo, they get down. My opinion, I feel Woodley won, but hey, never leave it in the judge's hand. I've learned that since I was a kid. So, oh, they getting down over there.
Why'd you feel Woodley won?
I felt just more cage control. He landed a couple more punches, more effective power strikes. You know what I mean? But yeah, don't leave it in the judge's hand. That's what my father's always told me. So, you know.
What'd you make of the way they both?
What's up?
Tell him what you just told me.
What? I'm gonna fight Spencer. I'm not fighting anybody. Hey, let's do it. Go talk Belgium. What's up? If I'm not gonna fight in that cage, I want to be.
He said 6.
Hey, Jay!
I thought Tyron Woodley won.
By like the landslide, or was it close?
It wasn't no competition. What the hell did Jake Paul do? Did he hurt Woodley? He ran around the ring. He backed up the whole time. He didn't win the fight, but it's a business, and he brought out all these fans. He doing a great thing for boxing. They're gonna have a rematch, but Tyron Woodley definitely earned the win tonight in my eyes.
Would you pay to watch a rematch on this one? Because it was, it was a pretty close fight, a split decision. But to see it again,
That was a pretty close fight.
Yeah.
That's what the judges say. It wasn't no close fight to me. I thought Tyron Woodley clearly won, but I came out tonight to support Tyron Woodley, Amanda Serrano, and Montana Love. They all did great to me, and yeah. Would I come back and see it? I love boxing. I'm happy that COVID is lifted and everybody can come together again, but I just come to watch the fights in boxing, so it don't matter if they fight again or not, I still come. Stop running. That's not ring generalship. You lose rounds like that. He backed up from Tyron Woodley every round. He never stepped to him. And that's Tyron Woodley won with ring generalship, landed the more effective punches, and even used the jab more.
Were you surprised Jake could take his shots?
Jake Paul's a man. They should be able to take each other punches. And Tyron Woodley really fights at 175. This fight was at 190. So I'm not surprised because Tyron Woodley is an MMA fighter. He throws less punches because he got more tools to use. He was just, now in MMA, you get to use elbows, knees. You only get the jab and the right hand in boxing. So he used what he did. He did great to me.
Thought Jake won.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty clean cut, to be honest.
You think Tyron's a little gun shy, like in MMA fights?
I don't know if it's gun shy, but he wasn't busy enough. He let the fight kind of get away from him. Jake just kind of outworked him. He never hurt Tyron. He never had Tyron in any damage. Tyron looked dangerous when he exploded and went for it, but it was just too far, too little. You know what I mean? Just like you say, in his last 4 fights in the UFC, that's kind of what he did there. Same again, you know what I mean? He waiting for the perfect opportunity to land that perfect punch. It's not there. You got to work. You got to find that. You got to create traps, set traps. You got to go forward. Why is he waiting to counter Jake Paul? Jake's coming in as the longer guy. He's using his reach and trying to jab, and that's when Tyron was trying to counter. You can't counter a guy that's taller and longer. You got to get on the inside, cut the cage off, force him in the corner, slip a jab, get on the inside, and knock that motherfucker out. Because that's easy work all day long. Jake's playing the game well. He is. He's picking off guys with a marquee name that can help sell pay-per-views, that have brand recognition, that are also at the end of their career. Do you know what I mean? It's smart, and to be fair, he's fighting better competition than what he would do if he was a regular boxer. You know what I'm saying? He'd be fighting guys on a losing record. I mean, listen, I'll take them both at the same time. I'll fucking, give me a couple of beers, I'll get in there, knock them out, and go for a nap. Guys, much love, take care. I thought that was very generous to Tyron, if I'm honest. Again, Tyron was never hurt. He just got outworked. It wasn't like Tyron could have won that fight, just like he could have won his last 4 fights in the UFC. It was just too little. You know what I mean? It's like a mental block. I don't know what it is. His missed opportunity was not going for it the whole time. You know what I mean? You gotta have aggression. Obviously, it's got to be controlled aggression. I thought he could have just worked harder. He gave a good account of himself, but ultimately he came here to win tonight. And he lost, and he's gonna go home with the "I Love Jake Paul" tattoo on his ass or wherever it's gonna be. But pucker up, baby. Let's go.
Thanks, Mike.
Well, you can barely be my sparring partner for 4 rounds. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Go back to reality TV. Make the boy. Take the fight. Take the fucking fight. 4 rounds with who the fuck are you talking about? Tell me, step up,
Jake Paul squaring up to me, but then he seen me at ringside. I was leaning over the ropes, waiting to get in there. Here was Logan. No, not right now. They ain't fighters. I've said this from word one. If you want this fight, I'm here and I'm ready to go. There's no running, there's no playing. And it's fine if you don't want the fight, just say it. You can put everyone's mind to rest then. Stop bullshitting all the time and just say it how it is. You either want the fight or not. I want the fight. And if you don't, just say it and we can move on. I can go my way, you go your way, but stop using my name. So, I've not watched it back, but I was ready to throw hands there and then. This man's all in front of the cameras, but he doesn't understand that me and my team will go now. We don't care about how many years are you. We'll get stuck in. So he can count his blessings in the old way, really. Hey? 40 of his security team broke it up because the man can't fight. He can't fight at all. Imagine him on a street fight, please. It won't last 2 seconds. If he had no security team there with him, he would have walked straight past me. It's not a case of what I have to do to get the fight. I'm not begging and pleading for the fight. I'm hit. I didn't ask to be on this undercard. They put me on the undercard, and they've obviously not done it for the good of my health. They've put me on this undercard for a reason. Now, I was very, accepted by the American audience, as you all, could see when I was walking out. It was like I was walking out in Manchester. I'm not begging and pleading for this fight. I'm just a fighting man who will fight in the ring against anybody. And Jake Paul just happens to be calling my name an awful lot. But I'm here. I've done my part tonight. He's done his part tonight. Why not make it next? It's the fight. It's on the tip of everyone's tongue. Nobody wants to see him fight another MMA kid. Why not come up against a pro boxer? So, I've got a huge following in the UK, and I don't think it's too bad in America as well. So, happy days there. It just seems right. But again, this is Jake Paul talking about. Can he stand on? I don't know. Jake Paul's got nothing inside him, and I seen that in that corridor right then. Because there was a moment in that corridor where everything was going off between the security and my team and his team, and it was just me and him. And I looked dead into his soul. And when them cameras are not around, he doesn't want to know. I mean, let's be honest. If he really wanted to fight me, I'd have been in that ring there at the end of the fight, through the ropes, let's go. There's no return. But he didn't want that. And the reason why he didn't want me in the ring is because if I was getting in there, he wouldn't be able to go back on it. That's why I wasn't in the ring tonight. I think tonight we all saw Jake Paul clearly didn't know how hard boxing was. He took one good right hand in the ear, stumbled back, went through the ropes, and he thought, oh God, it's a bit of an hard game this, isn't it? I'll stick to the YouTubing business. I think that's what you've seen tonight. He took one good shot in a boxing ring and he crumbled. And if Tyron would have pressed on a little bit more through them rounds, Jake Paul would have been out of there. Now, this is probably why you won't see me and him next, because if he did that with me in there, I'd have swarmed all over him, hands up round me ear, straight to him, take everything that he's got on the arms and gloves, and I'd wear him down and smash him to pieces. But that's why you won't see me and Jake Paul. Not through me, through him.
His back was against the rope the entire time. I was walking him down. Could have been a little bit more assertive. I was patient. I was seeing my shots, but I didn't want to be antsy. I mean, he got an overhand right. He may have landed a couple times, but I know he threw a lot, missed a lot, blocked a lot, and I feel great in my conditioning. I mean, I fucking felt amazing out there cardio-wise. My body felt good. Even when he landed, a hard shot, I know when you're in great shape and you're in condition for it, you're able to absorb more. Even when he hit me in the body a couple times, I'm like, no, dog, it'll take more than that. So I felt like I had him. One time I almost knocked him through the rope. I really wasn't fucking with that rope. It was like we came in this morning to do a test run. It's like, if you're not 7'7", shit, you can be held up by it. So I hit him, and he kind of bent into the rope, so I was going to try to knock him through that motherfucker. No. Look at my face. Do it look like I felt somebody's power? No, I got hit with a shot, but this is boxing. I'm supposed to not get hit. I have one cut on my face. I look just as pretty as I did going in, coming out. I never touched the canvas. He was the only one that was close to touching the canvas. And like I said before, I believe the rope actually held him up. I thought I won. To be honest, I was surprised it was a split decision. I thought it was close. I thought he had won some rounds. I thought earlier the rounds was close, and if I can go back, I'll kind of kick myself because I could have made it a little bit more convincing. But I was just trying to fill him out, and I was trying to take my time. And I knew he was going to throw a lot of jabs. And I was just going to see how he was going to react to feints and pressure. And I wasn't surprised when they said a split. I knew it was kind of close, but I thought it was going to be me. So I was kind of more, my demeanor and my emotions was because I wanted to knock him out. And I had a couple big shots I landed, a couple opportunities, and I think I had him. I had him hurt. I had him tired a couple times, and I didn't press him a little bit. I should have pressed him a little bit more, but I was just, my last fight, I had a guy on the ropes, and I fucking went ape shit on him. I was going crazy, and I got snuck with a punch, so I was just trying to be a little bit more smart. For sure, I'm doing a rematch, so I got to get that win. It was too close, and, this was a movie. Ain't nobody going to push a needle like me and him did. We fucking sold the shit out this pay-per-view. I think everybody was excited about it. There's some humorous moments in there. I couldn't even really watch a lot of it because I was trying to stay focused, but Jake, man, he good at what he do. If I would have allowed him to get into my mind, to get into my head, it could have been a similar circumstance as his previous opponent. So he was tough. He was fatigued in the fight, and he found a way to push through, and he came through strong. So I can't never knock him for that, but we got to run that back. I could have had, if I would have pressured him a little bit more, I think that I would have brought that moment up. But I know he's athletic. I know he has a screw loose. His elevator don't go all the way to the top floor. And in combat sports, them be the fucking toughest dudes sometimes. I knew one or two shots wasn't going to hurt him to the point where he was just going to quit. I did hit him in the body a couple of times that he didn't like. I wish I would have kept putting money in the bank there. But at the end of the day, I knew he was tough. I knew he was training hard. Like, this is like, if he beat me, he can give his all. Like, imagine if you got a chance to go one-on-one with Michael Jordan. You don't give a fuck. You're going to go crazy. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm Michael Jordan because I know y'all going to spin that and take that one little line and make a whole headline out of it. But what I'm saying is that he was facing somebody who had championship belts in the toughest division in the world at the time, and he put everything into it. He ain't got no kids. He ain't got no day job. This all he had to do. So I expected him to come prepared and expect him to come ready. Next time, I'm going to be even more prepared. He's going to be even more prepared, and the fight's going to be even better. sitting around. I was kind of sad because I wanted to knock him out because he was talking all that shit, and I was like, I know I could have knocked him out, and I knew if I rushed, look what happened to Nate Robinson when he rushed. Look what happened when Ben didn't have his hands up, and I didn't even see the other fights, but he pried on people like rushing in and letting their emotions get to him, and I think I need to find a happy medium. So I was more bummed about that, but I still thought I won the fight. So they, of course, my coaches are world class. They all three of them in their own right, and they all three, say, hey, we're gonna go back and look at the film. We're gonna figure out what we need to do. We're gonna keep growing. You were in shape. We know what we could have did better. I felt like you won the fight, and they're not gonna tell me they thought I lost the fight.
I'm always very hard on myself. I think a true champion is very hard on themselves. I got the W, and I'm happy, but I'm a perfectionist. I'm a knockout artist, and because I didn't get the knockout, I'm just like, damn. But it is what it is. He's one of the greatest welterweights of all time, 5-time UFC champion, and he came game. He knew that this was going to be a war, and he brought that to the table. So I'm very happy. Let's be honest, that wasn't a split decision. What is the judge looking at? I landed 71 punches. He landed 52. So, I learned a lot tonight. First time going past 4 minutes. First time in an 8-round fight. No one's doing 8-round fights at 4 fights in. Yeah, look, the guy really had nothing to say. He had a mediocre performance against my sparring partner. All credit to Anthony Taylor. He's a tough guy. But Tommy Fury is supposed to be this tough, big bad guy, legendary bloodline. I got into his face and I let him talk. I don't really have anything to say to him. At the end of the day, I hired him to be here. I gave him an opportunity to shine. I don't really have anything to say to him. I don't really have any bad blood. I just said, tell your girl, get out of my DMs. At the end of the day, will we see that fight? I'll run that shit easy. That's an easier fight than Tyron, in my opinion, but who knows? If Tyron Woodley gets the tattoo, he better get it fast, because otherwise we're going to book a different opponent. I told him if he wants to get the tattoo, put it on his Instagram.
Permanent tattoo.
Permanent tattoo. Then maybe we'll talk about it. But to be honest, I won convincingly. We're going to go back to the drawing board. But I think I proved a lot tonight and proved a lot of people wrong. I hadn't been hit up until that point in any of my fights with 10-ounce gloves. So that's the first time I take a shot with 10-ounce gloves. I repeat, that is the first time I took a real shot with 10-ounce gloves in 4 fights. I ate it. It was a good shot. This is boxing. If you're a mechanic, you're going to get dirty. But I proved I have a chin. Boom, get hit, come right back. Okay, cool. You got that round with that shot. No problem. I learned from it. I made adjustments, and he didn't land it again for the next 3 rounds. So it is what it is, I like that I got hit. I licked my gloves after that shit. Let's go. So something in my legs was a little off even before the fight started. So most of my other fights I felt amazing, like a rocket ship about to go off. This fight I was just like a little slow. I think maybe we had too long of a camp. I think I've been doing this back to back to back to back to back. 4 fights, 18 months. Most pros aren't even that active. Man, that's crazy. I'm like getting teary-eyed. That's sick. Man, like I said, I was in those stands 12 years ago screaming, LeBron, 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 trying to get him to notice me. So for him to even tweet about this, that's crazy. Like, I'm being really hard on myself, but, man, I've accomplished so much in the past 4 fights. No one's doing this,
No one's ever done what he's doing in 4 fights. That's unequivocal.
Try not to cry. But for him to even tweet that's crazy. I don't even know, man. I think I'm going to start with the haircut and the dentist. My teeth are crooked. My nose is crooked from this sport. I've given everything to this sport. I haven't gone on vacation in 3 years. There's a lot for me to do right now. We'll see. I have a beautiful girlfriend who needs some attention. I have a lot of things to figure out. Nikisa and I, we're gonna go back to the drawing board and figure it out. This is my bread and butter right now, though. So we'll see. You know, right now I'm a little tired. That was my first 8-round fight, so I might wake up tomorrow morning and be like, let's fucking go, sign the next contract. Or I might wake up and be like, damn, I need to go to Turks and Caicos, because I'm just getting warmed up. You know, Conor McGregor has a lot more to focus on besides me right now. I'm 5 wins in a row. He's 1-3 in the past 4 years. So a guy needs to get off of his little vodka or whatever the fuck his brand is and sober up and start to get back in the fucking gym, and then we can fucking fight. But to be honest, no way he hits harder than Woodley. He doesn't weigh as much as Woodley. He's shorter than Woodley. I said it before the fight. I think Woodley's a harder fight than him, especially on the weight where he's going. Conor's going down. I'm going up. Woodley came in game. We'll see. When you read me the tweet, I read it like, "These guys bro suck." You know, again, another loser talking up. Of course, he wants a payday. You know, I'm the money fighter, one of the money fighters now in boxing. The guy's got a chin, but he doesn't land punches, right? So, you know, that fight's there. No problem. Thank you for the attention. Thank you for watching me. I appreciate it, fanboy. Let's go, baby. Like, I love it. Keep on doubting me. All of you, whoever it is. I know there's a lot of supporters in this fucking room, but whoever it is, everyone said leading up to the fight, Tyron Woodley's in Jake's head. Tyron Woodley's in Jake's head. Get the fuck out of here. I'm made of steel from toe to head to brain, everything. So I'm just getting warmed up and, you know, keep doubting me. You'll see.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.